It was a fantastic, phenomenal time at the California Pen Show. I'm so glad we were able to attend, and I can't wait to show you all the goodies that I got. Bye! Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time that you are watching this video. I'm excited to share my California Pen Show haul with you. I just got home yesterday evening. It was for me about a 2-hour drive, and I was really fortunate to be so close to the location this year, and yeah, I was able to get the VIP admission for the 3 days. However, I only ended up attending 1 day because I pretty much achieved all the objectives that I had planned, and it was a very, very, very strategic process and fulfilling process, but as you know, can be extremely overstimulating. So, I just wanted to give you an overall view of all of the items that I had planned to obtain while I was there, and some that were a couple of impulse buys. Okay, so the first group of items here are what we received in our pen show bag. Really nice bag. A bit small, but very, very useful. It does have the built-in pin loops, as you can see here. A little side pocket. Pretty nice to have when you just need to throw in some pens and maybe some journal materials, maybe when you're traveling. So that was a nice little addition. Also, we got the Galen leather 2-sleeve pen holder here with the stamp insignia there. Also, a pin to put on your lanyard. This will be the first in my lanyard collections that I'll have. And all of the promotion materials here with the schedule and crucial information. We also received, let's see here, a nice pen. Definitely looking forward to gifting this to someone who I'm introducing to the fountain pen life. So I will save this one for that purpose. And really nice journal here with insignia, A5 medium. And of course, our Kobe ink in California B2. Show ink, so nice. So that was it for all of those promotional items that were obtained with the VIP admission. Okay, so this next group of items came from the Hachimonjiya table. It was the planned objective that I had on my schedule that I wanted to make sure I made it to that table, and in particularly to get the pen that is in the bloom pink. They had a table set out at the San Francisco Pen Show, and I was like, vacillating. Should I get it? Should I not get it? And I waited until the next day, and they were all sold out. So, I actually had that number 3 on my list in terms of tables that I was going to visit. And by the time I got there, I got the second to the last bloom pink pen, and I'm going to show you that. So lovely. I was so thrilled to get it. I love the rose gold trim that is on it as well. I was looking for a solid pink pen. My sorority colors are actually pink and green, so I always really gravitate towards pink items. And to be able to get it with the basic pink ink, I was very pleased and know that it will make a really good pairing. I also wanted to get a muddler, and they had some beautiful ones there at the table. Let's see here with the little teaspoon tip there, spoon dip, glass handle. So dainty, so pretty. Love it. And this was not on my list to get, at least not here. Well, actually, it was. I did want a glass dip pen. I just didn't know I was going to be getting it from this particular table. But this was so pretty. This glass tip pen. Very excited to use this. So that is my Hachimonjiya haul there. Okay, next up, this was actually first on my list, number one, because every time I go on Instagram or onto the website, everything is always sold out with Papa J Studios. So I made sure that that was going to be first on my destination list. Love these little 3D boxes. I'll definitely be saving those. And the first item here is a nib holder. Love the colors in this. And each item came with a pen rest. So definitely we will be putting this to use. And the second item this is a beautiful pen. I was looking specifically for a finial cap that had a flower in it, and just love the combination of colors that is contained in this. And although you don't cap it, it's going to fit perfectly. Can't wait to write with it. I did get it in a broad nib. I am a chunky writer type of gal. I just love how you can really see the ink lay when you have those bigger, broader strokes. So that is it for my Papa J haul. Okay, so next up we have the Esterbrook haul here. I already had space in my pen case for the much awaited amber turquoise, and super thrilled to be able to pick that up, as it was the first day. Friday was the first day that it had been released, and I got this in a medium nib. Really pleases to add this to my ever-growing collection of Estie pens. And I was able to obtain a prototype. This beautiful canary yellow with the gold trim. I got a journaler nib in this. Really excited to try this. I don't have a name for it, so I'm just going to call it the Canary Swirl. It's more of a canary yellow. Now, this next prototype, I was kind of on the fence on whether or not I should get it because I could not recall how similar it was to my Prospector Black, my Gold Rush Prospector Black. But I see now that it has a lot more cream running through it. Here is my Prospector Black. So you can see that it's very heavily laid with the black and gold shimmer with the little cream, whereas there's much more emphasis on this prototype with the cream color there. So I'm so pleased that I pulled the trigger and got it, since they're different enough that I'm sure that I will have lots of enjoyment utilizing them. I did get the Hamburg and New York inks, otherwise known as the pigeon poop and the Hamburg. And when you brought both sets, it came with the blotter paper, stickers, and stamps to complement the inks. So, super thrilled about that. And that is it for my Esterbrook haul. And from there, I made my way over to Jonathan Brooks' table, the Carolina Pen Company. And I just was like feeling as if I was in the presence of a star. Well, he is a star in his own right. He was just so personable, and we were able to have a short conversation, and I was able to share with him all of the various pens that I have had in his collaborative creations. And this is the primary number 6. And it either came in the matte or the glossy finish. And of course, I chose the glossy. It is absolutely gorgeous. And came with a couple of stickers and a complimentary pen rest along with the pen sleeve here. So that made for quite an experience. Now, an item that was not on my list was the Skogsy Pen Company, and their display was so appealing. They have the cutest little pocket pens here. This is the Baby Seguro Pocket Pen. And love the colorway, all the twins in here. It's very beautiful. You're able to choose the little design there in the nib, and I chose a cactus. You could choose an antique surfboard or a cactus, and I felt that this was very southwestern in the colors, so I went with the cactus. And again, that is from Skogsy. Okay, so on Friday, I had a calligraphy class with Nick Ping, and as he was giving the presentation, I was able to ask him what he felt was the best fountain pen to utilize when writing using calligraphy. And he mentioned the Franklin-Christoph. Nibs were really good for calligraphy. The stub nibs and really gave me a breakdown between the difference with calligraphy and a stub nib, meaning with the calligraphy nib, it will eventually write and make its way into being a stub nib due to the continuous pressure. So I opted for the 1.5 cc and the 1.1 cc nibs in these pens. They are the Model 2 intrinsic antique glass, and this one is with the Cathedral Estie. And as you can see, it has the colored finials. And as I'm doing more practice with calligraphy writing, I will be heavily utilizing these. And this is the Model 2 antique glass. And it has this beautiful design here in the body of the pen. And I believe that this was a very limited run that they were doing with this particular pen body here. It's unique to the California Pen Show. I don't know if it will be offered at the other pen shows. I imagine it will, but I just could not resist it. So again, I got these to specifically work with my calligraphy style writing. Okay, so next on my list of vendors that I wanted to make my way over to was Leonardo. And oh my goodness, it was such a joy to meet Lau of Kinship Crafts. I let him know how often he had enabled me with his different videos, particularly the Sailor Sound of Rain series. I just could not rest until I completed my collection because of Lau. So I was able to share that story with him, and he assisted me in this particular purchase, which is my first Asensa model. And it's in silver, abalone. I have a huge collection of various abalone pens that I will be making a video of to highlight this. And it does have the gold nib. No, excuse me, this is a steel nib. This is a steel nib, and I have it in a broad because, again, that is my preference always. But yes, this is a Asensa model in silver abalone. Okay, so my final stop was at the True Fate table, and I had 2 pens on my wish list. I was not expecting to get them during the pen show, but as you know, you can sometimes really luck out and get a good prize. So it was definitely a good enough deal that I walked away with a pen off of my wish list, my Homo Sapiens Arizona Sunset. This actually, these 2 pens complete my Homo Sapiens collection. I know that there's going to be so more Homo Sapiens coming out, but I told myself that I was going to cap out once I obtain the 2 that I have here. I had been looking and also on a wait list to try and find this Homo sapiens Earth Origins in water. I was on the waiting list through Pleasure of Writing, and nothing had come up. So when I saw it on the True Fate table, but I had already maxed out my budget. And my daughter, my beautiful daughter, was with me, and she'd given me a credit limit as a retirement gift. I am going to be retiring at the end of this month. And she said, Mom, I did not know what to get you, but seeing your face light up with that, that's a perfect gift. So she did give me this Visconti there at the Trufe table. I will be having the boxes shipped to me. And this pretty much will complete my Visconti Homo sapiens collection. And I'll be doing a video sharing with you all of my Viscontis as well. And that pretty much sums up my entire California Pen Show haul. It was an amazing time, and I'm looking forward to my next pen show, which will be DC. I'll be headed to DC this summer for that. And yeah, well, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!